Cannon then for Sheffield United, standing over the ball, the 23-year-old on whom so much was expected. He lays a short ball back to Jack Robinson, who immediately punts the ball long in Kiefer Moore's direction. He goes into a tangle with Maxime Esteve. Sidney Peck then tosses it down the line on the far side. Cannon on the inside, through to Moore, on the turn, he shoots! And the pirouetting Kiefer Moore gets the shot goal bound. Now it comes to Marcus Edwards, the former England youth international. Burnley toss it into the box. The header from Hannibal after a big old shove on Hamza Chowdhury, and it will be a free kick to the Blades. Burrows is able to shuffle it into a more central position, and Jack Robinson goes long, and Ben Brereton Diaz is racing after it. He closes in on Esteve, who's shielding the ball, and in the end the French defender put the brakes on Diaz. Burnley win this match. Sheffield United can only get into the end of season playoffs as the free kick is taken short, whipped wide to the far side. Edwards took a touch and a misstep on halfway. Cannon gets in to make a nuisance of himself, and in the end it's helped wide towards Brereton Diaz. Then in the end Lucas goes after it. The cream shirts pile into the 6-yard box, tightly marked by those in claret and blue. Burrows will swing in the ball, up goes Kiefer Moore, slightly beaten in the air, out to Sidney Peck, who fires it goal bound. Off it comes to Harrison Burrows, who had to make a first time left-footed effort. Burnley manoeuvre down the far side, which is their left. Anthony onto Lucas, in goes the cross. Jack Robinson's underneath it, out it comes to Anthony. Zian Fleming's closing in. It will be Burrows to take it left-footed. The ball spinning into Kiefer Moore, who's got half a yard on the defender. Then he shoots. Ahmed Hodzic was lucky there as the Blades try and cut through the middle here. Cannon takes it on every step of the way. Esteve was with Tom Cannon there. Free kick then, and one of Marcus Edwards or Jayden Anthony will take it. Edwards will bend it in left-footed. Kiefer Moore rose it, cannoned off the head of Ben Brereton Diaz. Burnley will get it back quickly. Connor Roberts will sky in the cross from the right-hand side, but he's overhit it, and Gus Harmer will just marshal ball and player away. Here's Marcus Edwards cutting infield past Harrison Burrows. Left-footed swipes across to Jayden Anthony. Hamza Chowdhury closes him down just inside the box. Chowdhury is not to be fooled.
Burnley whip it to the right-hand side with Connor Roberts on the overlap. Is Marcus Edwards. Edwards to the edge of the box, 20 yards out. Here's Brownhill, dinks it over the top, looking towards the back post for Hannibal. Ben Brereton Diaz back there, fantastic marshalling of the ball out of play. Now right hand side, neat triangle that Cullen completes to Edwards. Edwards now into the area, Vinny Souza goes with him, goes initially diving in, it's going to get the ball back, it comes across the middle. It was either Cooper with the save or it came off Robinson. It's going to deflect out to the far side of the field as they try and work another option on the far side. Here's Jayden Anthony. Over the ball, Lucas Pires and Connor Roberts, the two full-backs for Burnley. It's taken square to the right-hand side for Josh Cullen. The Irish international goes out to the right-hand side here for Edwards. Edwards looking to cut inside on Burrows, who slips. The ball's crossed in. It's come off more than towards goal. It's going to be smashed in the second attempt by Josh Brownhill. Sheffield United got the initial block in the box. Brownhill was the one following it up the quickest, and he's going to crash the ball home, and Burnley will score first in this huge game at Turf Moor. 28 minutes on the clock, and the Clarets have potentially 1 foot inside the Premier League. Burnley 1, Sheffield United 0. Souza over the top. Moore will make the charge into the area, holds it up. Kiefer Moore round the bike. Esteve back there. Burrows along the ground into Gus Harmer, who turns and hits it. Jayden Anthony is down on his haunches. Well, they've taken it short again to Harmer. Harmer back into Sidney Peck, just inside the box. Peck tries to shoot goals, it's blocked. Back to Anel, and Hodzic gets his shot away. Blocked once more. Gus Harmer, 30 yards from goal. He's going to whip one, it hits it low. Still alive for Sheffield United, but Burnley have got plenty of men back in number here. So approaching the final 8 minutes of the opening half at Turf Moor. The Clarets leading the Blades by 1-0. Souza back into Harmer towards the edge of the area. Here's Cannon round the back. Yes! Tom Cannon breaks his dug for Sheffield United. The Cannon fires for the Blades just at the right time. brilliantly set up by Harmer, and Cannon from an acute angle beats James Trafford and gets the Blades equaliser here to send the away end into raptures on our right hand side. Just what Tom Cannon needed, just what Sheffield United needed. 8 to the break, Burnley 1, Sheffield United 1. Harmer's going to turn inside his man, looks for an option, tries to play it through, it's going to ricochet. Ahmed Hodzic in strong into the challenge with Fleming, it's going to break for City Peck. Wonderful 360 turn from Peck, who then looks to ping it through to the near side, overhits the ball to Burrows, but a nice bit of pizzazz from Sheffield United there. Here's Hannibal Mejbri through to Zian Fleming, left side of the area, runs across and Ahmed Hodzic, and for me, if that's not going to be a free kick, you'd be looking at potential yellow card there. Perez tries to get the cross in, but corner to Burnley. Here comes the corner taken short into Marcus Edwards over on the far side. The Sporting loanee holds it up. Perez now will try and work it. Chowdhury's across there, sticks to his task, then gets the tackle in. Here comes the challenge in, and that will be a penalty as Ahmed Hodzic tries to clear it. In the process, he takes down Hannibal Mejbri. Brownhill, 5 or 6 yard run up. He'll hit it and sends Cooper the wrong way. Cooper dives to the right. Brownhill goes into the other corner, goes to celebrate near the tunnel, and it is advantage to the Clarets once more. 44 minutes on the clock. It's Burnley 2, Sheffield United 1. David Webb has a check of his watch here, and Ahmed Hodzic will play it square. The home fans stand, the home fans applaud. Applause as well from the away end, but only muted.
As the sunshine dips, the referee blows his whistle, and Burnley, through Hannibal Mejbri, get the second half off and underway. The Blades, as we look defending from left to right, the Blades fans to the right in full voice as Burnley try and build an early attack, but crashing onto the ball on the edge of his own box. Hamza Chowdhury, great first touch there by Gus Harmer to smuggle it away from Cunlin in the middle of the park. And now Sousa onto Harmer, teasing ball to the edge of the box. It had Kiefer Moore committing to a slide on the edge of the box. Robinson arrows a long throw into the penalty area. Moore will rise over the crowd. The partial clearance up to the edge of the box. Harmer with a swing and a miss, and Mejbri brings it clear. He delays, delivers a great ball up the middle of the pitch. Mejbri, who's having more of an influence on the game as it's pushed through the middle of the park, and Zian Fleming was 2 or 3 yards offside. Now the counter-attack is on. The home side driving up the middle of the pitch with Perez, the fullback, to the corner of the penalty area, to Edwards, to Hannibal, who shoots. The claret and blue shirts congregate on the edge of the penalty area. The late run comes in from Fleming, but Kiefer Moore gets the header away. Hamza Chowdhury with a powerful header, but ultimately it's picked up very cheaply by Edwards, wide on the far side. Cullen's cross is blocked. He'll get a second chance to drive it into the 6-yard box. Jack Robinson takes control, and the ball is smacked up the pitch, and here's Gus Harmer holding it up. He's driven it up the middle of the pitch. Glorious death ball to bring in Tom Cannon. He shields it away from 2. Here's Brereton Diaz! Edwards pirouettes and canters into the penalty area. Wide it comes now from Connor Roberts. Good header away by Ahmed Hodzic from the centre of the 18-yard box. Then Kiefer Moore, high ball over the top to Diaz, who's through. And just as Diaz was about to pull the trigger, the ball is pinged in left-footed. High into the box it goes. Brownhill, the double goal scorers underneath it. It's only partially cleared. Here is Robinson firing a long throw, and decent bit of height on this one. Esteve takes control. Hannibal Mejbri flicks it back out of the penalty area to the far side, which is the left. Here's Raksaki squeezing a ball through to City Peck, teasing cross, and it's deflected away from the edge of the 6-yard box. Robinson goes out to the left to take the throw in. This one gets into the box, and James Trafford through the crowd. And here's Hannibal Mejbri on the far side, wins it back powerfully. City Peck had to cut back to intercept, but somewhat luckily it's gone back to the Tunisian. Wide it comes to Connor Roberts. Now forward and on the attack on the far side, it's Josh Laurent towards Mejbri. And he centres the ball back to Fleming, whose first-time shot straight at Michael Cooper. In it comes from Burrows, teased towards the back of the 6-yard box.
Jez Raksaki on the right-hand side, cuts in field, little curling ball towards the back post. It's going to be kept in, and kept in well by Burrows, but unfortunately nobody gambled on it from a Sheffield United perspective. Hannibal brings it up to halfway. plays the through ball down the right-hand side. Good advantage by the referee as Burnley will look to put the cross into the area. Sousa's there. It's 26th minute of the second half. Corner drifted in, Robinson's there, Fleming comes forward, cleared away by Tyrese Campbell. Towards the edge of the area is Lucas Perez, who will take the strike towards goal. Sidney Peck gets the block in and then will charge out after the ball. Peck comes near side, foot race with Josh Brownhill here. Sidney Peck will look to try and keep it in, but on the overlap here is McCallum. McCallum will look to cross in, gets the cross all wrong. Robinson in towards the area. Ahmed Hodzic with the flick on. It's not quite cleared away. Moore's going to try and bring it down, but it's going to roll out near side. It's a horrible back pass by Perez. Then on the edge of the area, Perez is going to get the nod back. Estev's going to have Campbell at his back, plays the ball into the middle. Doesn't quite run for a cream shirt. They're trying to get the ball away here, but that's excellent composure by Josh Cullen, who could have just launched that ball but just flicked it up, plays it downfield. Hannibal looks for a give and go with Fleming, but Fleming opens up his body and puts it into a central area here. Brownhill down the left-hand side for Jayden Anthony into the area, hits it towards Sariki, gets the block in, partially cleared away by Sheffield United, but here come Scott Parker's side once again with Cullen. To the left-hand side for Jayden Anthony inside the box, reverse pass to Cullen, pulls it back into the middle. Gus Harmer's there with the interception for Sheffield United. They managed that counter-attack really well there, did Burnley. Here comes Harmer, drills the free kick towards the edge of the box. Moore's there, heads on towards the edge of the area for Jack Robinson. Robinson over the top, and now Ahmed Hodzic will try and keep it in, but the offside flag's going to go up belatedly. Jezrak Saki moves infield. Sariki has to come back. Burnley with plenty of players behind the ball. It's piped up to left-hand side. Moore gets it down. Harmer from just outside the box. Time running out at Turf Moor. Arrows it into the middle. It's over the top of McCallum, who rises again there. We know he's got a good spring, Ahmed Hodzic, but then it's going to drop down to Brownhill on the edge of the area, who clears downfield. It's Gus Harmer who's racing back first of all there. Turned by Laurent. Here comes Chowdhury, who's going to be fouled, or is he not? No, Laurent's won it fairly, and Burnley will come forward now looking to seal it. Tyrese Campbell gets back, uses his shoulders fairly. End-to-end stuff here to finish as Sheffield United look cross-field. Lucas Perez gets the header. Game a little stretched at the minute as Brewster will come forward, but he fouls Josh Cullen. 2 minutes to go, plus added time. Here's Harmer. Some space opens up for the Blades. He's going to run to the edge of the area. Gus Harmer. Tyrese Campbell on the overlap. It's cleared as far as Jezrak Saki turns. He's crowded out in the box. Femi Sariki's going to come up from the back. Sariki to the left-hand side for Hamza Chowdhury. Keeps it moving. Sam McCallum on the left. Back to Ryan Brewster. Brewster with the curl ball into the area looking for Moore. It's going to drop down. Sariki's in there. Moore will try and get it goalwards. Appeals for hands. It's cleared away by Burnley. Raksaki, byline, keeps it in but pushes beyond his man, but it's then back there, it's Barnes who will clear away. Raksaki now, comes back to Sariki. Sariki with the ball into the area. McCallum's there, headed away once again to Sariki. Now Harmer, referee momentarily gets in the way. Here's Ahmed Hodzic on the right-hand side for the Blades. Chowdhury cuts infield. Anthony with the tackle. Sariki comes back to Anel Ahmed Hodzic, who clips it into the area, headed towards goal. And wide of goal by McCallum. The ball's going to be played to the far side by Estevan, straight out of play. McCallum's going to go down with Sarmiento. Throw into Sheffield United on the left. David Webb blows full time. The Burnley players sink to their knees. They jump into each other's arms. They celebrate on the field here.